Hey folks, welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about using Simple Notification Service with CloudWatch. Now, on the DevOps Pro certification exam, you will see this type of scenario. So, generally, it has to do with you have on-call personnel or someone who needs to be notified of certain events. The vehicles you use to do this are CloudWatch with SNS. Ultimately, you're sending an email to the responsible party. Now, at the associate level, it's often enough just to know these interactions. Meaning, okay, you need to send an email to somebody because of an alarm or an event in your system, and you use CloudWatch and SNS to do this. At the professional level, it becomes a little bit more complicated. Generally, you'll have more than one answer that is going to feature this solution, SNS with CloudWatch, to send emails to your personnel. And what's required is just to know each of these services more in depth to be able to choose the right answer or eliminate the incorrect answer. But in general, it's good to keep in mind that for this scenario, using SNS with CloudWatch is usually the way to go when you need to email your personnel. So if we look at the DevOps doctrine, let's click Using SNS with CloudWatch. Okay, and I'm going to use an auto-scaling group. With that, I'm going to set up a CloudWatch event, and the event is going to be the launch or terminate of new instances. So basically, the major purpose of an auto-scaling group, scale in, scale out, we are going to have an event. On the other side of this, the scenario is that we have DevOps personnel that we want to notify of such an event. And I suppose the scenario would be that your environment is pretty stable and you don't have a lot of scale outs or scale ins. So when it happens, it's somewhat of an event and you just want your personnel to be aware of it. So the steps we're going to take are, we're going to go into SNS, we're going to create an SNS topic, and we're going to subscribe to that topic with an email address. I'll use my email address. Obviously, it would be the email address of whoever needs to be notified. And we can test our topic out. Then we'll go to CloudWatch and we'll create an event. And the event, again, is going to be the launch or terminate of new instances in our auto-scaling group. Now, key point here, I'm using a CloudWatch event. We've focused a lot on CloudWatch alarms, so I want to show a CloudWatch event. But this certainly could be a CloudWatch alarm. We'll create an event for instance launch and terminate in our auto-scaling group. And when we create that event, we have to select our SNS topic as the target for this event. So when an instance is launched or terminated, we have our event. Our target for this event is the SNS topic. Our DevOps personnel is subscribed to that topic, and the personnel should receive an email, and we will verify that. We also have an auto-scaling group in this solution. So first of all, I'm going to go into EC2, and I'm going to create an auto-scaling group. And I'm going to use an existing launch configuration, same configuration we've been using, Linux AMI T2 Micro. And we'll just start with one instance. Select a subnet. Not doing anything with Elastic Load Balancer, so we don't have to deal with advanced details. All right, configure scaling policies. Let's keep our auto-scaling group at its initial size, we can launch. All right, so there's our auto-scaling group, and we have an instance being spun up. Okay, so while that's going on, let's go over to SNS, and let's create a topic. Give it a name and a display name. Let's click Create Topic. All right, now we want to create a subscription to the topic. And this is important. Our protocols can be HTTP, HTTPS, email, email JSON, email SQS application, AWS Lambda, or SMS. I think you have to know this at one of the associate level exams. So let's choose email. And our endpoint, I will enter my email address and create subscription. All right, now I brought up my email, and I've already gotten a subscription confirmation email. So, okay. So I've successfully subscribed to that topic. All right, and note that my subscription, it was pending. Now it is confirmed. So we're already connected to our SNS topic. We could publish a test message, but that's enough test for me. So I'm going to go over to CloudWatch and go into Events and create a rule. And our choices are build a pattern to match events or invoke your targets on a schedule. We're just going to use events, service name, auto scaling, event types. Let's do instance launch and terminate. And we'll just do this for any auto scaling group. Now, we have to add a target. Could be a Lambda function, Kinesis stream, SQS, but we want to add our SNS topic. And note, we could have multiple targets, but for us, the SNS target is fine. So let's configure details and click Create Rule. Now let's go over to our auto scaling group. And I want to show one thing here. We could go to the Notifications tab. Let's click Create Notification. Send a notification to. This is our SNS topic. Launch, terminate, fail to launch, fail to terminate. Let's click Save. So once we have this topic created, there are multiple ways to get at that topic, to be subscribed, to have our emails going out to our support. So either way, we set it up in our auto scaling and we set it up in CloudWatch. Either one of those is valid. The key is having the topic as your target. Well, there are two keys. There's subscribing to the topic and having the topic as your target. So everything is configured. Let's scale out. And as soon as I click Save, our auto scaling group should scale out by 1. That should trigger our CloudWatch event, and we should get an email. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And notice we already have some action here. Let's look at instances real quick. All right, so we have an instance spinning up. Now, the final test, I should have an SNS email notifying me of this event. And there we go. And note, I've gotten several. And like I said, the reason I've got multiple is because topic as a target for this event, both in the auto scaling group and in CloudWatch. So again, either way is valid. I wanted to show both. So that completes this walkthrough. Now, again, the key points are you will run into questions of this nature. And again, there are outliers, but in general, a general rule of thumb is that SNS goes hand in hand with CloudWatch if you need to email personnel, CloudWatch event or alarm with SNS, creating a topic, subscribing to that topic are typically the solution that you are looking for. So with that, we've completed this lesson. Go ahead and mark it complete, and let's move on to the next.